Black people and white people, we smoke weed different. White folks take a hit and pass it on. My brother hold on to that shit till Tuesday. We got a different approach to the designated driver rule. White folks will pick a designated driver. He don't drink. He's gonna make sure everybody gets home okay. Black people, designated driver is the motherfucker that owns the car. When we go to a hotel, white folks check out. Black folks leave.
No, for real though.
When we're in a restaurant, white folks pay the bill, leave a tip, go home. Black people gotta discuss the check. What's this gratuity? Nobody ordered gratuity.
I showed her
Fuck
be
that.
leaving. They check out the janitor, gotta tell them I'm gone.
Microphone check. 1, 2. What's up, everybody, man? Shout out to Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. I want to give a huge shout out to all the dope-ass communities out there, man. Always, always, always doing it for the ladies. Shout out to the LGBTQ plus community, man. Shout out to AF. Shout out to our squad. I want to give a huge shout out to Black Sam, man. I saw that interview with you and Big Boy, man. We appreciate you. The marathon continues, man. Rest in peace to Nip. Thank you once again, Black Sam. I want to give a huge shout out to the Seahawks. I want to give a huge shout out to the Amazon drivers that work 5 to 5 to make sure our ungrateful asses get our packages on time.
They be on time, too.
On time, man. And, you know, shout out to Phil. Shout out to my man right here, man. Phil, man, half black, half amazing, the coffee connoisseur, the man of many hats. We got somebody that we would love to introduce, but before we do all that, we're going to go ahead and drop right into our weekend recap, man. Phil, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Doing great.
You doing all right?
Yeah, good weekend.
There you go. What'd you do this weekend?
Oh, man. My dad turned 75 this weekend.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Yeah, so we went out for that, which is crazy because I remember my grandpa turned 75.
Yeah.
They had a big-ass shindig, and I remember speaking at that, gave a speech. That shit did not hit. But, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. 75, I would say, is like the youngest old age. 75 is the first time I'm looking at my dad like, damn, I remember my grandpa vividly at this age, and now you were that age. Damn. Still seem young to me because it's my dad. I'm like, yeah, nah. It's different.
Yeah, man. That is different. I ain't gonna lie though. This was our weekends. The run finally came to an end, man. We finally had to watch our kids this weekend, man. We had no help from our grandparents, so we were on full parent duty, man. At their mercy, take us here, drive there. We want to eat that, and that's what we did all weekend. That's what we did, man. But yeah, man. I want to go ahead and dive into all things related to the Two Truth podcast. We have a guest here today, as a personal friend of mine. I've known this gentleman since 2018. We've gone back. I've been able to work with him shoulder to shoulder in the weight room, man, and somebody that I admire, somebody I respect, somebody that is a first man in, last man out kind of mentality. I'm really excited to have him back in Seattle, man, wearing a Seahawk uniform, man. This dude comes from that pedigree, comes from that Tuscaloosa pedigree. He comes from that Last Chance U pedigree. He comes from the school of Nick Saban, Andy Reid. He comes from that, who else? Pete Carroll. I almost forgot Pete Carroll. Without further ado, man, I want to give a huge shout out to Jarran motherfucking Reed.
Yeah. What's up with it? What's up?
There you go,
yes,
man.
Sir.
The people is
Welcome
going
back.
crazy,
Welcome back.
Hey, man, it's a great day, Jarran.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
let the applaud, let it run its course, man.
Turn me up.
That's what's up, man. Well, welcome back, Jarran, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Chilling. Blessed to
They
be
going
here.
crazy.
I'm really feeling the crowd right now. Turn me up,
And
man.
they go wild.
They go wild.
Hey, man, it's good to have you back in Seattle, man. How are you doing?
Man, good to be back, man. You know, Seattle was another home for me. Coming from the South all the way to the Pacific Northwest was crazy.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm back now, and it feel right.
Yeah, man, you back with training camp just underway.
Yeah.
Summer has come to an end for you now. It's back to wearing your hard hat and packing your lunchbox, man, and getting to work, huh?
Man, yeah, trust me, I definitely feel it on my body every day, for sure.
That's what's up, man. Well, Jarran, man, let's just go ahead and dive into everything related to you, man. Tell us a little bit about your early childhood upbringing, man, and just, yeah, man, just share your story, man, a little bit of your early childhood.
Yeah, man, make a long story short, I was born where I was raised in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Raised there my whole life, man. Yeah, shout out to the borough, man. 919, big shout out to the city. But other than that, man, you know, I grew up, you know, the typical story, you know, just my mom, my brother, and me. And I do have other brothers and a little sister. But, you know, we grew up for the most part, man. I've been tussling big dudes all my life because my brother is a very big guy. But that's like one of my best friends right there, man. I've been playing sports since I was little. My mom always made me play. She never let me quit anything I do, so we don't quit at all. We finish everything. It's funny because I was on Instagram, I think it was last night or whatever, and I seen the video of a mom fresh out of work teaching her son how to block.
I saw that myself.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, first of all, that's cool as hell. Saying that his mom out there pushing her to do that because a lot of moms ain't doing that. But second of all, it made me think, damn, that's how my mom was for real. You know, she really couldn't teach us much, but she instilled in us what a male figure that wasn't there couldn't do. You know, there's no disrespect. It is what it is. But so yeah. Anyways, man, grew up playing multi-sports, basketball, baseball, football. When I got to high school, started throwing the shot put a little bit. I always wanted to wrestle, but I was a huge hooper in high school.
Okay.
I could hoop. I was a huge hooper. And actually, my freshman year of high school, I didn't want to play football. I wanted to hoop. And I remember one day we were going to summer league, man, and my mom, we was having a disagreement about what I wanted to do. Because I wanted to go to basketball, and she wanted me to go to the summer workouts. Football, I wasn't studying that, man. I wanted to hoop. I thought I was mellow. You know, mellow. Like, even though it was Brown, D-Wade, and all them, I just like mellow swag.
No, he's smooth.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, so I wore 15 with a headband, even though LeBron was my favorite player.
Okay.
But I wanted to play like mellow, which was crazy. But so, yeah, man, she put me in my place, and I was right back out on the football field. I still play basketball in AAU. And baseball ain't make it to high school. I got out there, man. They started throwing that ball too fast. It was over. I did not want to get hit in the face. And I mean that.
Mama know best, man.
Yeah, so, you know, by my senior year, it was right. It was lit. I was playing linebacker and DN. That was the thing, like, because we country boys down there, so everybody was big, but we were big and fast. And I was way smaller. But so, you know, finished high school, ended up going to Hargrave Military Academy, you know, like we was chopping up about with earlier. From Hargrave, I went to East Mississippi for 2 years, and from East Mississippi, I went to Alabama for 2 years.
Yeah.
With the late, great Nick Saban. Got me a ring, got drafted here in 2016, I've been rolling there since.
So tell me a little bit about Nick Saban, man. Tell me what that is like to be in a room with somebody like the great Nick Saban, because I consider him to be the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah, just being able to be around a guy like that with a mindset like that, it's I'm kind of lucky. That's why I feel and grateful, because the mindset that he has and the discipline and everything he has, to have patience with young players and young men that been through a lot of stuff, and to be able to show tough love at the same time, but also instill discipline it's just a whole different aura that you get when you go around there, and it makes you want to be a better person, to be a better player, to be a better man, father, brother, son, the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? So, just being over there is something that I needed, and it's crazy because I didn't want to go to Alabama so bad. I swear to God, I don't swear on here, but I was committed to Carolina for the longest out of JUCO. And it ended up I had to do some more stuff academically. I'm from North Carolina. It was my dream school to play for.
Yeah.
And Alabama was just still there. It's like they didn't go anywhere. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, because I think that if I didn't go there and didn't have the structure that Coach Saban had put around, I don't think it would have been differently, but I think that's something that personally I needed.
Yeah.
And so I think, to answer your question, I think it would just be the structure, the discipline, the mental toughness, and the aspects of life that you get from being around.
That's what's up, man. So when did you realize you were pretty good at football? At what point did you realize you were like, yo, I could actually take this thing pretty far?
Since I was little.
Okay. So you always knew you were pretty good at it.
I was always big.
Yeah.
But I was always fast and athletic. Like, all I did was play sports all day long. Like, when we were, like, kids, like, around my age and, like, back then, all we had to do was be outside. We was always outside, always playing. Nothing. We told time by sunlight and street light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything I did was outside. I hated to be in the house. I was always doing something. So I was always competing with little guys that were fast, and I was always bigger than them, so I had to be fast, or I was competing against my brother who was big as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a little ass dude, so yeah, it was all day.
Yeah.
And I knew I could run circles around my brother.
Yeah.
And he'd get tired type shit. So
Is that older brother, younger brother?
yeah, that's my older brother.
How much older?
We 2 years and 10 months apart, Zach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
So you got to work.
yeah. Now it's straight.
Well, no, now. But growing up,
Yeah.
growing up, 3 years is a big difference.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. And me being way smaller than he was too. But yeah, so I say the moment I started playing for real. I always had the love for sports.
So you graduate from high school, and you run into some great issues, and you end up going to a military academy. Where'd you end up going?
Yeah, Hargrave Military.
So how did
Academy.
that come about? You were trying to reclassify at a high school?
No, so actually a coach by the name of Glenn Gardner took me and probably I think it was a couple more players from my school and from another school, and we went up there to like a little tryout, like a combine almost.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about it. But my brother was supposed to go there before me, but didn't end up going. So when they had came about, I remember after that, I was playing in the East-West All-Star game in North Carolina, and I remember it was actually one of my best games in high school. And I think the buzz around the whole high school association, I didn't have the grades, so I was gonna have to go to a prep school or something. And so they were right there waiting. There was a guy by the name of Troy Davis and Terrence Coleman. They waited the whole time. I took my time getting ready, coming out. They waited for me the whole time to get ready and everything, to talk to my parents. And, he was saying that, they're a good school that has all the military stuff going on that could help me, you know what I'm saying, especially with further my football career. And, it did. But I me personally, I did not like it at Hargrave. And they're actually about to come out with I think they're trying to do a little story on it. But yeah, it was cool.
What did you like about it? The structure? Was it strict?
It was military, man, for real. We was sleeping in barracks. I had to leave my civilian clothes at home.
For real at home. They wasn't in a bag nowhere.
No, when we got there, we got Hargrave issued everything. It was straight military. We ate in the mess hall. It wasn't cafeteria, it was a mess hall. We had bull ring hours we had to do for discipline. On our free time, we didn't have free time. We couldn't go home, and it was all dudes school.
What is bull ring hours?
So bull ring hours is a square that they have on a black top outside in the middle. So Any free time you had out today, if you had bull ring hours, that's how many hours you had to walk through the day. So if you got like 40 bull ring hours, you was walking the bull ring for a week, or a week and a half until you got the 40 hours down. And they was not playing. You walk with a rifle in your hand, and you walking, and you turn sharp on every corner. I cannot make this up. Man,
You still got it?
nah, hell no.
You still got it?
I ain't got nothing from there. Well, I used to, because when I went to junior college, that's all I had. 'Cause I couldn't fit nothing else from home, so you know what I'm saying? Shit, that was tough.
You ain't got no framed Hargrave T-shirt.
I don't even know what none of that stuff is. I got some pictures on my Facebook. That's about it.
So you did a year.
At Harvard, yeah, shit, not even a year. I did 4 or 5 months. I got the hell on.
Okay, so that was short lived, and then you ended up at the same junior college that they shot a few seasons of the last chance you, right?
Yeah, good old East Mississippi, man.
East Mississippi.
Yeah,
same head coach.
Buddy Stevens is still the head coach.
Still the same head coach. What was that like?
Who? Him or the school?
Him. Let's start with him.
Man, look, that man a carrot. But I ain't got nothing, personally, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him.
Yeah. He just want to win.
He just want to win, but he's still a funny dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, we still talk. And he still call me here and there. We still talk, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was never bad to me, though.
Yeah. And then what was it like just being on campus and playing for East Mississippi?
Being on campus, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing there.
So tell me, hold on. Let's take it back a little bit. So you end up deciding you're going to go to that school. They show you the catalog of the school, where you're going to be going to school. You're like, oh, this is pretty cool. They won a championship, and they come and pick you up.
Yeah, so they come pick me up. We take a 12-hour drive. So, you know, when I get there, we was coming from Geiger, Alabama. And if anybody watching this know anything about the South, Geiger, Alabama.
Bring the microphone a little closer to your mouth, please.
If anybody know anything about the South or Alabama, Geiger, Alabama leads right into Scuba, Mississippi. That's what it's called, Scuba. So upon entering, there are no cement roads. It's all sand, and these are leading to a highway now. So they're all saying it's a man riding a horse, like I explained it earlier. And there's 2 gas stations. And if anybody watching, especially that being there, know that I'm not lying. It's a Chevron and a Junction. That is it. There's nothing else in sight for about another 35, 40 minutes. And that's going to Meridian. And so when you cross up there, you cross the railroad tracks, and you see a little old forgotten city in the town of Scuba, Mississippi. You see some houses around it, then it's the school. And it's literally it. And then a nice-ass stadium, though. The stadium nice as shit.
So
Can't make that up.
facilities is nice, just in the middle of nowhere.
The facility is nice.
Yeah. Okay.
The other stuff is, I felt like I was back at Hargrave again. But, you know, it's a junior college. The rooms were so small. Then you got to share a bathroom and stuff. It's definitely a grind. I respect anybody who came from junior college.
So what's the difference for those because you know about junior college, What's the difference if you're talking, okay, so I think we all know community college. We all know what D3, D2, D1 is. Where does junior college fit in?
Well, the junior college was like a community college. East Mississippi Community College is at a football team. So
Okay.
to me, I kind of put them in the same category. I don't know if it is the same category. I don't know. I just think it's community college. Then, you know, the university.
Right.
But they have sports, and they seem to have good football. JUCO
yeah.
seems to have.
Yeah, always. But the difference is definitely the grind, the classrooms, the teachers, everything. It's literally just community college with a sports team.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, it's very much different. The scale is just way much smaller. The classrooms are way much smaller. But it's a grind, though. Like, you know, at the university, I feel like, hell, you could probably work more. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of scholarship, and it was kind of rough for me because I really ain't had no dollar in my name. My grandma used to send me money.
Yeah. Or
shit, my mom, she had some, you know, send me some. But it's a grind. It's a real grind. Like it's definitely a real grind.
Yeah.
It's definitely way harder to make it out of there. But you know, people do. And then I think on the academic level, it's just the weight of your degree.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when I went to, because I went to a junior college before I ended up going to the University of Minnesota, and a lot of the athletes that were my peers at the JUCO that I went to were trying to just get another opportunity at a Division I, Division II school because of their grades, right? And so oftentimes the community colleges that offer football oftentimes are pretty good and they're competitive, and there's a lot of guys that are all fighting for the same position, all kind of come from the same background and pedigree.
Well, the difference in Mississippi, like community college, junior college football, was you only get 8 out-of-staters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you only got 8. And so you had to be the best 8 from out of state.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
To play there. And most of the other people were like the stars from the actual state that done messed up or trying to get another chance of grade wise, and they were good now.
Yeah.
Mississippi feel like nothing to play with.
Yeah.
It's definitely good. It's hot as hell. But shit, I can't remember who the 8 guys was when I was there. I think it was me, Christian Russell. I think it was AJ Stamps. Damn, it's kind of hard. It was so many people.
But it's competitive.
It's very competitive.
Very competitive. So it's damn near like getting a scholarship to get if you like a out of state guy
Hell yeah,
to get an
definitely
opportunity.
a scholarship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely give you a scholarship. To do
Absolutely. So okay, so you do that. You do what, 1 or 2 years at
I did 2.
2.
2.
Okay, so you do your 2 years, and you had talked about it a little bit prior, but like Tuscaloosa, Alabama is where you end up.
Yeah.
And you go through that whole recruiting process. What was that like? What was Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide pursuing Jarran Reed like for you? What's that like?
It was cool. It was cool definitely to have the exposure. Everybody wants then it was I want Alabama to be recruiting me.
Yeah.
And like I told you earlier, for me, shit, I wanted to go back home to Carolina to play for the Tar Heels. Just because that's where I'm from. I didn't want to go to Alabama. But they were right there consistent the whole time. And it's like Saban went to the borough, you feel me? Like, can't nobody say he was in my mom's crib. I just think that's like dope, right? It's like, in so many words, having Obama pull up.
Of course.
You feel me? Like, bro went to the borough, like, went to the crib, seen my mom's, everything. It's just the presence that he has, you feel me? It's college football, and when you think of college football, everybody speaks of Nick Saban.
Yeah.
So just having, that, them just being consistent, and it was almost like he just knew I was going. It was a level of confidence that I can't call cocky.
Yeah.
But when you know, right? And it's just funny, man. Like, I remember right before I signed it, kind of like using an analogy between, what would you do here with point A and what would you do with point B? And I'm not going to say what it was, but it was just like, come on. So, yeah, I ended up going to Alabama. Like, committed there, finished there the rest of the season. I think I ended up like a 4 or 5 star junior college going to Alabama.
All right, so you got to break it down for people from the outside because for basketball, North Carolina is a no-brainer. North Carolina is like the top.
Yeah.
But if everybody want to be recruited by Alabama, why? Like, what makes it so you was just like, yeah, North Carolina football. I want to be on the football team in North Carolina.
Man.
It's just hometown?
Yeah, I'm from North Carolina, so we didn't see a lot of Alabama football.
Okay.
We saw a lot of ACC football.
Yeah.
So, like, one of my favorite players growing up was Dequan Bowers. He played for Clemson. So, for me, it was like, believe it or not, it was Carolina State, Clemson, ECU. Like, I had no thought of leaving the whole coast. You feel me? So, I mean, and I'm a diehard Carolina fan. Like, my house, me and my mom are Carolina fan. My brother's Duke. And Carolina's everything is house divided, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like here in Washington. You got, or if you're from Ohio, it's like everybody where they from,
Yeah.
want to stay in their home state and put on for their home state.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
So I guess that's the case. And I just love that Tar Heel blue. I really love Carolina.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So okay, so you win a national title at Alabama.
Yeah.
What is that like?
First of all, it's the best feeling to be a world champion, right?
Talk about it.
I'm definitely trying to get another one in the league. It was great, man, and I don't think I honed the moment in enough because I just instantly wanted to find my family and then just leave and just get ready for whatever. But I definitely enjoyed it. It's definitely hard work, and I know what it feels like to be a champion. I tell you that, and the work it takes.
How many years you at Alabama?
2.
Okay. You win in your first one, your second one?
Second one. First one we lost to Ohio State.
In
the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Is that 2015?
Or the Sugar Bowl. It was the Sugar Bowl. Whatever bowl's in New Orleans.
Okay.
That was when the college playoffs first started.
Oh, that was year 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you beat, who'd you guys beat in 2016 again?
Clemson.
And who was the quarterback there? Deshaun. They was legit too.
They were good.
What was the score? Was it a lot to a little?
Nah, it was a close game.
Was it close? I don't remember.
I think we won. It was either about 10, 7, or 3.
Okay.
One of the. Just though I got them rings.
So once you become a world champion at Alabama, what changes immediately for you in your life? Or does anything even change?
Oh, it definitely changes for sure.
Yeah.
You're more in the spotlight. More people know who you are. Of course, the attention. Then it's the whole everybody get ready for the NFL thing.
Yeah.
Of course, right? And just as long as you're on that team, for real, you got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because you come from a winning program. You come from Nick Saban. So you're going to be coached good and know football and play hard. So.
Okay, so you finish up 2016, and I want to take you back to a moment. All right? Second round.
With the 49th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Jarran Reed, defensive tackle, Alabama.
What is going through your mind?
Believe it or not,
Tell the truth.
believe it or not, I was pissed. I was definitely mad because I should have went in the first round, and that's everybody's dream to go in the first round, right?
Yeah.
But me, Ashawn, and a couple, I think it was me, Ashawn, probably Kevin Dodd, and some of the other guys stayed back because I always had the dream to walk across the stage. And it was definitely like first round in my mind, walk across the stage, the whole thing the kids dream of. And shit, when my name get called the first night, I was definitely hurt. Like, what?
Because you were there. You were actually there.
I went to the draft.
Yeah.
Because I was projected first round pick. And so it's crazy because the dude who made my suits, he was like, yeah, you don't need 2 suits just in case. And I was like, man, in my head, I'm like, man, shit, I'm only gonna need 1. We going the first night. I know I'm going. I knew I was going from like 12 and beyond, like from round pick 12 to the end. So I was sitting there, everybody name getting called. I'm happy for everybody else, especially. Well, it was only one person from Alabama that got drafted in that first round that year. Even with us winning national championship, that was Ryan Kelly, the center for Indianapolis. But so. Man, just waiting. Name didn't get called. And I remember seeing these defensive tackles who was going before me getting picked. It was like, man, what? So, shit, it ended. Just try to keep my spirits up because I ain't really want nobody to know I was down. And me, Ashawn, Reggie Ragland, we all made like pacts to come back and just make sure we get the experience of walking across the stage.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm sitting there and I knew I was going to Seattle. I knew they were going to draft me the whole time. I could just feel it. And I told my mom that, too. I was like, shit, I'm going to get drafted by Seattle. Watch. And sitting in the second round, got to the 18th pick. They traded up. My agent had got the call, said Seattle on the phone. Then I remember John was like, yeah, or Pete, one of them said, we just traded up to get your bad ass. They were like, you ready? I said, hell yeah. You feel me? I remember the tears came. It was cool. I hugged everybody. Then I walked across that stage.
Yeah.
So I got to do that. And that's what I want to do and did it. And it's been up ever since.
What changed? So if you're projected, because we've seen this with people who end up being Hall of Famers, right? Where they're projected first round. We see them go on the second or third in some cases.
Yeah.
What do you think from your perspective? What happened?
I think it was just team needs, and especially it could have been some interviews I had with them.
Yep.
It could have been just they didn't in the interviews that they didn't feel like I probably was a compatible player with them or whatever. Because I remember I was having dinner with Carolina, and I just knew I kind of was like picture perfect, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, picture perfect, right? To get drafted by Carolina. From Carolina, I'll be right at home.
Yep.
And so I remember I had dinner with them in Alabama, and he was telling me yeah, we got 2 D tackles right now that you'll be playing behind. And when he said, I kind of like made a face like playing behind. But now that I know, it's like, oh, I get it. Like it doesn't matter. We still respect to them. But it was Kawan Short and Star Haloti Nagata or something like that. And they were 2 good players.
Yeah.
But I wanted the business of being the second. It was a pride thing because I started everywhere I've been.
Yeah.
And so I probably knowing me made a face or kind of got this in the quiet. Probably did some stupid young.
Yeah.
Not knowing no better. But I remember I met with the Bills. That was really good. I didn't know anything about Buffalo, but I knew Marcel had got drafted there, and he was a big Alabama player. He was drafted first round, first or third pick.
Yeah.
One of those. And that would have been cool. But yeah, other than that, I really didn't have no traction. I know the Saints had liked me. So yeah, where I really knew I was going to get drafted here, I think it was the interviews that you do at the combine with the teams. So they got when I went, it was in Indianapolis, and they had a little inside train station set up, and you just go around and do interviews with the team at a certain time so teams can request for interviews. Oh, and Washington. I definitely thought I was going to Washington. But, yeah.
So you said something. You said they were planning on you playing behind 2 NFL tackles.
Yeah.
And you thought that was crazy.
I didn't think it was crazy, but
your face thought it was crazy?
I was just like, man, I feel like I'm going to be a starter.
I feel you.
You feel me? That was the whole thing. It wasn't like, oh, I'm about to play behind these guys, because when I got drafted here, it was to replace Mebane.
Yeah.
But I didn't instantly start. Jordan Hill was ahead of me at the time he was here. Something ended up happening during training camp, and he ended up getting released, and I was up.
Yep.
But I remember my first practice out there looking at Cam, Sherm, Earl, Bobby, KJ, Cliff, Mike B, Taba Rubin. I'm looking like
dogs.
Oh, this is what I asked for, huh?
Yeah.
So now I'm out here, right? So it was definitely a learning experience, especially through my first year. Well, the first half, I had to get it and actually I had to listen.
Yeah.
I was hard-headed.
Yeah.
Very much hard-headed. I didn't know everything, and when you think you know everything, and I didn't. So got hit with a real awakening. It was real.
So you would say then those interviews when you're going through that whole draft process are serious, unless you're like a projected for sure first round, first pick kind of quarterback or whatnot. You can drop based on a bad interaction with an organization, right?
Yeah, definitely can. They look at all that.
Yeah.
They look at all that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, some people it's definitely serious. But when I say some people may look at it as not such a big thing, but oh, it's just an interview. Oh, I'm just gonna do it and I'm gonna just say this. No, they care about presentation, how you carry yourself, how you talk, your smarts, the whole thing. Because you have to be a professional athlete then. You feel me? You're not just a student athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you've been fortunate enough to play with some phenomenal coaches. So you know, and I'll just start at college, right? Nick Saban, Pete Carroll. You've had Andy Reid in the locker room. You've had Matt LaFleur, and now you got Coach McDonald. I feel like all of them have some similarities. What is the one thing that you would say in your time that each one of these coaches all have, which makes them great coaches, right? What is the similarity that all these coaches have?
The grit, and I think the will to have players compete.
Yeah.
In this nature, that a sport that we play, everything we do is competitive, right? So it's how long can you stay competitive, physical, and mentally tough, and mentally smart, all in that aspect, and still play fast. So, you know, that's what I got really from most of the coaches. Like, all the good coaches, everything we do is hard.
Yeah.
And meetings are hard because they're all long. So you can't cheat the grind, point blank, period.
Yeah.
You put in what you get in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You put that work in, like everything else falls behind it. It makes stuff that much easier. And practice is important because the more you practice in, the more you do stuff in practice, and practice hard and practice physically tough and for a long time, the game is that much easier.
Another question. This one's going to probably ruffle some feathers with some people, but I have to ask. You've been at two organizations where you've had two quarterbacks that you've seen play at the highest level. One in Russell Wilson at one point or another, while you were in Seattle back in as early as 2016, and that 1 year that you spent in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. Who had more star power at the peak of their career? Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson?
Who had more star power?
Who had more star power?
Pat.
Even when, because I feel like
you talking about as in players or just as in a person?
No, just as a person, as an individual. Because I feel like Russ at the peak of his career in Seattle, he had if not the same amount, probably just as much or even more star power than Patrick Mahomes at the peak of his career.
Look,
you tell me better than I can.
Russ is definitely a superstar. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm not nowhere near his level. Okay. But come on, bro. We talking about Pat.
So it's different.
See,
it's
the thing
different.
that I can't tell is I've never been in Kansas City, so I already know I'm like locally biased a little bit.
Patrick Mahomes,
yeah,
bro.
It's
like he's still at his peak.
Come on, man. Come on. Russ went to 2 back-to-back Super Bowls.
And there's nothing wrong. And
he was
Patrick Mahomes got 3.
I understand that, but at the time,
4, 5.
But at the time, how many did he have when you was in the locker room?
Who, Pat?
Yeah.
2.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's a no-brainer.
I get what you're saying, but no, Russ feels like a star. Pat Mahomes feels like
It's
the best football player ever.
Russ was national television, man.
This cool, but Pat to me is like kind of not saying I'm not dick riding shit, but like Paul, but like yeah, Pat's like star. You feel me? Like he got the hair, the commercials.
Yeah.
It's just him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's out there. Pat is more of a person like you kind of push because he's still young.
Yeah.
And Russ was a very businessman, which is nothing wrong with that. It's all good. Like, it's positive from both of those. But I would just say, like, you know, star power and everything. Pat's still young, too. And I think Russ just carried himself in a different way than Pat. They both carried themselves in great ways, but Russ is, like, very structured, very business, you know, like, blue collar. And, you know, with Pat, you get a little bit of the gunslinging, the fun kid, the young, what the world wants to see for all the kids generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now everybody love both of them.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if everybody like both of them. I don't know if Russ's star power is still existent in today's climate of NFL sports, but yeah, man, I just remember everyone stopping, like they saw Elvis in the building when Russ was at the
What
peak
you
of his
think they
career.
gonna do when they see Pat?
No,
No,
I get it.
I agree, but that's why I'm thinking that's some Seattle. Now I'm thinking
Yeah,
that's
I
just
guess
some
it's
limited
Seattle
Seattle
bias.
bias
It is
because
a
we
Seattle
live here.
bias.
It's
Because when you start
Seattle,
mentioning the
though.
commercials, I'm like, yeah, Russ ain't had commercials. Like he had
feel me?
Beacon Plumbing.
Nah, but he
look,
had the headphones.
But it wasn't like
It's Oakley.
Pat
Pat got Oakley.
Pat like the new Chris Paul for State Farm.
Yeah.
You feel me? State Farm, like Pat got it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And which it should be. Right now he's on
And there's
trajectory to be
nothing.
the best.
It's just his time. Russ
Yeah,
had
it
his
is his time.
It's Pat time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
what was it like with all those guys in the locker room in Kansas City with Travis Kelce? Was Tyreek Hill there when you were there?
Yeah. Them boys cool in them
Yeah.
fan, man. Yeah. They all about football.
Football,
dog, I
huh?
tell you
In
that.
Kansas?
Yeah, but they all funny, man. They some cool guys, man. They
Yeah.
some real cool dudes.
Yeah.
Real cool.
That's dope, man.
Down to earth too. They're very humble. Very much humble guys.
So if you played at military academy, JUCO, Alabama, NFL, and everybody don't always make it to the top league. You seen anybody faster than Tyreek Hill on a football field? And I only say that because you see some real fast people. You see Randy Moss, but Tyreek Hill is the only person I've seen jump up, and when he land, you could be right there, right about to tackle him, and he's over there. And I just never seen it before.
I ain't never seen nobody faster than that, man. I ain't gonna cap to you.
You know what? I fuck with Tyreek. I just didn't fuck what he just said a couple days ago. I don't know if it was today or yesterday.
What did he say?
Tyreek Hill, man. Where's the camera right here?
Oh.
You're not faster than Noah
he
Lyles,
said he beat
dog.
Noah Lyles.
Shut your ass up, man. We know you the cheater, but you're not faster than Tyreek. You're not faster than Noah Lyles, man.
But you know what we do have to give Tyreek credit for, which
What's
is
that?
crazy?
What's that?
Because everybody likes to say people like RG3 got like Olympic speed, and he won Big Ten as a 17-year-old out of high school. He went early and won Big Ten in the hurdles. That is very fast. Tyreek Hill's high school 200 time would have got him a bronze medal in Beijing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the 200.
That's
That is
fast.
crazy
That's
to
fast. That's fast.
me. That is nuts to me.
That is
And that
fast.
man's on a football field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy fast.
I mean, he's fast, but I just look at it. They're training to run. So,
Yeah, no, you're right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't getting that. I don't know. They're more fast, though.
Not only that, they're also not training to get hit.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're not training to cut. They're not training to do anything else but run.
Yeah.
But he's fast.
He is fast. I really ain't watched too many Noah Lyles races, but he fast. I think his get off, he gets fast as the race go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he first started, like up, then shit, that last probably 30 yards, man, smoking.
I'll tell you what would be clean though. Just set him up for a 40. I feel like that's where Tyreek Hill's best and where Noah Lyles is worse.
I think that's what Tyreek Hill was trying to get by making that comment either yesterday or today.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
What was it like? What was it like playing with the great Pete Carroll, man, as your head coach?
Oh man, it was good. You know, it was legendary. Watching him as a kid when he was at USC and then playing for him, I see why everybody loves him. I think he's a great coach. I think his philosophies are great. Just everything, you know. Thankful for him giving me a chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
They definitely. I remember that. I remember they gave you a nice little. Well, I don't know how you felt about it at the time when they tagged you. How'd you feel about that franchise tag?
Oh, believe it, I didn't make it to the tag.
You didn't make it to the tag?
We ended up getting it.
They gave you a contract. They gave you a deal.
Yeah,
Was it a 2 or 3 year at the time?
It was 2 at the time.
Okay, it was a 2 year. Yeah, okay. I remember that. And what is it like now with Coach McDonald at the helm in Seattle, man?
It's very much different. It's great though. I think it's a change we needed as a team. His mindset and what he's instilling in these players, I think it'd be something great here. I think a football team is always a reflection of a coach in so many words, and you know what he's given us. He's given us tools to be smart, fast, and physical football players. Like what I said earlier, it takes to be a great team. And what he demands from us every day is the next thing, you know. And we have to answer the bell every time.
Yeah.
Or you can be answering the phone for somebody else trying to find another job.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And how old is he? He's a young coach, yeah.
37.
What's that like? What's it like? Because when I feel like when you're in college or even playing for Pete, right? Pete old enough, low key, Pete old enough to be your grandpa, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's it like going from someone that age to someone who's just like, man, we could have been at the same college?
I knew it was going to be definitely mentally and physically different. And that's just because when you get a younger guy, you know, just like when you're a young kid, you can go all day.
Yeah.
You can coach all day. You can watch your players practice all day. But it's all still to be the best that we can be.
Yeah.
And so we got to go through those hardships to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And you like your D? Who was the D coordinator in Seattle this year?
Oh, Coach AD.
How you like him?
Man, that's my dog, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real cool, man. He's a great guy.
He come from Baltimore as well with Coach
No,
McDonald?
he came from Dallas.
From Dallas, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a lot of spunk about him, man. He brings that mentality to practice, and he demands a lot, too.
Yeah.
He's a real cool guy, man.
Yeah.
Grateful to have him.
Shout out to him, man. What about the who was the D-line coach?
Justin Hines.
Okay.
Yeah, first year coach. He's another young guy. Everybody's young in the building, man. Everybody's hungry, and same with him. You know, he's a great teacher. He's great to the young guys.
Yeah.
Shouts out to him.
Yeah, man. I was fortunate enough to watch a couple quarters of the LA Chargers game yesterday, and I was telling you pre-production how impressed I was by just the overall play of the defense last night. I thought everybody played well, from rookies to guys that are fighting for a roster spot to guys that have a couple of years under their belt, man. It just looked from top to bottom, from first quarter to fourth quarter. Defense looked really impressive, man.
Yeah, I think that's just a testament, you know, saying to our practice. Can you sustain that for 4 quarters, for a full game? I mean, you know, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad, and we still got more to go. It's just preseason, you know, so we got to get back to the drawing board and just keep going hard.
Gino, what should we expect from Gino this upcoming season, man?
Nothing but greatness, man.
Okay.
He's a great leader. He's working hard. Everything we're doing, he's on point. And he's leading us the right way, especially in the offense.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a great season.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. You got anything else you want to ask Jarran before we let him out?
Yeah. I got one more.
Okay.
Because in the strength and conditioning industry, best job is Alabama strength and conditioning coach. Not NFL, no basketball team. Alabama strength and conditioning football coach is considered just like the top job. And I remember a couple years ago, we was working out, and I was about to have you do some glute ham raises, which everyone here knows as Nordic curls at the gym. And people, you know, they got to do them assisted. They got to do all this help. And I was like, we're going to do them with like a 25. Is that cool? You think you can handle that? And your response was, oh, bet. We used to do these with 245s back in Alabama.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, dog, what are you talking about? So tell me a little bit about the inside of what is like the most hallowed strength and conditioning weight room in the world.
It was turned, man. You in the weight room, that's where you get it in. You talking about Coach Cochran, 6 in the morning, he's turned, music blasting, but everybody wanted to work hard.
Yeah.
They fed us, we lived and practiced. That's all we did, and the weight room was competitive here.
Yeah.
It was who could lift the most, who gonna outwork the most, who gonna do the bare minimum, who gonna do more, who gonna do extra. Burnouts. Man, I remember I was curling 200s. You laugh, I'm serious.
No, I know you're serious.
I was so strong, bro.
I believe you,
Yeah,
Jarran.
I was so strong. Now, I would never do that now. But,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
But I
got
do
the
think
dad strength.
putting that in at 22, 21 allows you to be eating off of that 10 years later.
Yeah, true.
I agree.
True.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, facts. But it was them boys strong. We were strong. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's the craziest thing if somebody was like, what was your craziest day, weight room day? What's the craziest thing where you walked down and was like, yo, I did that?
It's max out day.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
It's max out day, hands down.
What the numbers look like, if you remember? What is some of your max out there?
Oh, bench, I was the third strongest. The first one was Darren Lake. The second one was Bradley Bozeman. I was third.
What was your weight? How much did you bench?
I think it was like 520 or 5 something.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Where were you at with the squats?
520.
Believe it, my squats was about even with my
Your bench?
Yeah, I hated squats.
Yeah.
I was never a squat guy.
Okay. I couldn't tell, boy. You used to lift the house when we was working.
I mean, I just got big legs, so but it hurt so bad.
Yeah, well, if you benching 500, yeah, the squat's gonna hurt because they're gonna be heavy. That's crazy.
So if you were number 3, what the fuck was number 1 lifting that bench?
Probably like 540,
God
550.
damn, man.
Yeah.
That is a lot of fucking
That's
weight.
crazy because you know what I would expect to hear that from like an O lineman.
Yeah.
I would expect the O lineman to.
Well, the second one was O-line.
Okay.
Yeah.
But number 1 and 3 is D.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. So when's the last time you spoke to Nick Saban?
Like the last time I was in Alabama.
Okay.
So everybody moved on. He had to mold different players in the man, but probably like 2018.
Yeah.
That's the last time I've been back to Tuscaloosa too.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, Jarran, man, it's always great to have you here, man. It's always great to just even be in your presence, man, and break bread. I appreciate you making time and swinging by the Two Truth podcast. I want to wish you nothing but a healthy and successful season this upcoming year. Rooting for you guys, man, and thank you as always, man. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, appreciate you coming through.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Absolutely, man. Until next time, guys, make sure you please hit the like, subscribe, share, and be on the lookout for Jarran this upcoming season, man, with the Seahawks. But until next time, man, peace and love.
Peace.